Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this. I am the CHALL. Welcome to the penultimate round of 16 review. And today, Chall Chats Romania nil, the Netherlands 3. So the scoreline may tell you that it was a one-way game. It really wasn't. There was definitely chances for either side. But we're going to talk about it in this video. Before we get started, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss another YouTube video. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers and 500,000 views. Let's get there as soon as possible, please. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get into this Euro 16 review, starting with the starting lineups. So we kick off with Romania's 4-1-4-1 formation, and it goes like this. In goal, Florin Nita. From right to left in the back four, Andrei Retiu, Radu Dragosin, Andrei Burka, and Vasil Mojos. In the defensive midfield role is Marius Marin. From right to left in the forward four is Denis Mann, Rasmus Marin, Nikolai Stanciu, and Ines Hagi. And up front is Denis Dragos on his own. For the Dutch, it was a 4-2-3-1, starting with Bart Verbruggen in goal. Back four from right to left of Denzel Dumfries, Stefan de Vrij, Virgil van Dijk, and Nathan Ake. A midfield pairing of Jiri Scouten and Tijan Reginders. And a front three combination of Steven Bergwijn and Cody Gakpo, either side of Xavi Simons, and Memphis Depay leading the line. So let's first of all speak about Romania. Now, Romania, I felt a bit sorry for them, but at the end of the day, the harsh lesson in football, you've got to take your chances. And Romania did have some chances. There was some definitely chances in that game. There was a few close shots, a few that went just wide of the mark, a few that didn't go too far out wide. I thought the referee could have made a couple of better decisions, but overall for me, I think Romania's point of view, I think their finishing needed a hell of a lot of work. I think that Hagi had the pace. I thought that Stanciu did well. I thought that Dragosin did well at the back. I thought Romania's defending up until the three goals were pretty good. I felt like Romania overall could hold their heads up and move forward. They've got the players to move forward and come again in another major tournament. Um, I, I just for me, I just feel like they lacked in energy, and I think when the second goal went in, you could see them getting frustrated. You could see them trying to pump attacks as much as they can, but it didn't end up happening. And then the third goal just killed them off, which I'll talk about later on in terms of the goals itself. But we'll talk about the Dutch. But Romania, for me, just didn't really, get to grips with that game. I just think the chance creation was few and far between. They had a few chances here and there, but I just don't. They will clear cut ones eventually, but I just don't feel like they had enough clear cut opportunities to actually go on and win that game. They could have done in certain moments, but this is where your clutch players take advantage of opportunities. And it was a combination of great Netherlands defending, lack of finishing touch, and the goalkeepers being at hard work as well. I felt that it's weird saying the Romanian goalkeeper, was, letting three goals today, and he was actually a decent player. Um, I think the marking on all three goals needs to be a hell of a lot better by Romania from a defensive standpoint. I thought the defence overall was all right. It was just those three goals where, again, it was individual mistakes. It was individual marking errors. They could have done a hell of a lot better with that. There was mistakes leading to potential chances either side as well. But I felt the goalkeeper overall for Romania made some good saves, and maybe he could have done better with one of the goals, but with at least one or two of the goals, he couldn't have done much more with them. For me, I think Romania can hold their heads up, though. Like I said, I think they can hold their heads up, and for me personally, I feel like Romania can look ahead to the next major tournament with a bit more pride. Like I said, I feel like they've got the players to do it, and I feel like Romania will definitely look ahead to the next tournament as a way to progress that side even more. Now then, what about the Dutch, who are going through to face either Austria or Turkey, which does get decided today as well? Now, the Dutch, for me, again, they had some energy, they had some passion, definitely some passion. They had some clear opportunities to score. That's excluding the ones that actually did go in. I thought the first and second goals were great deliveries. I felt like the third one was a terrific run by Marlon. A great solo run, just darting and weaving through that Romanian defence on the counter and just slots it home perfectly. It was the right move, it was the right finish, the right direction. and the right settling. The second one felt like a settler. The third one killed the game off. And, what's that famous saying? 2-0's a difficult scoreline, or 2-0's not an easy scoreline, because what the opportunities potentially with the opponents. You know what the opponents are basically capable of doing at 2-0 down, especially with still 10, 15, 20 minutes to go. So for me, I think, getting that third goal near the end was very, very crucial for the Dutch, and they needed to kill that game off. In terms of players that I can pick out for the Dutch that did well, especially, I felt like Van Dijk and De Vrij had some things solid in the back line. I feel like Depay missed the mark. Just for me personally, I felt like he missed a couple of good sitters. Um, I also feel like Marlon missed a couple of good sitters before he got that wonderful third goal, which more than made up for it. Um, yeah, I mean, for me, I think the Dutch the Dutch, they're a side that, in my opinion, lacks a bit of final touch. I think if they do what they did with those three goals, but do it a couple bits more, they'll be a free flowing scoring side. And that's no secret to say. I think that the biggest strength of the Dutch right now is their defensive line. Van Dijk, De Vrij, Dumfries, players like that. They're the core of the Dutch right now. They're the ones holding them together. Ake at left back as well. I mean, that's the strength for me with the Dutch. I feel like their backline is their strongest point. Their attack needs to be a hell of a lot better. And you know what? For me, that's been the strength of a Ronald Koeman side. They have a strong back line when they're at their best. Their attack needs to be a bit more fluent, and I can't see that right now. Yes, they scored 3 goals, but I think if that was against Germany, if that was against a Spain, they would have probably lost that maybe 3 goals to 2, 4 goals to 3. It could have been a high scoring game against one of those sides. So it's a very, very particular kind of win for the Netherlands. Yes, enjoy it. Yes, thrive on the fact that you're in the quarterfinals. And, I think Netherlands have lost 2 or 3 quarterfinals and 3 semi-finals since they won Euros back in 1988, ironically in Germany, when they last won the Euros in '88. And Koeman was in the team. So it'd be very much a written in the stars campaign for the Dutch if they win this tournament. But I just don't see them win this tournament unless they keep going in that final third, keep putting the balls in, keep getting the end product. That's how they win this tournament. By no means the Dutch are not one of the favourites, but if they improve that firepower more consistently, and especially in further rounds against Austria or Turkey, depending who they face, and if they just keep it solid at the back, I feel like Netherlands can go a long way in this competition. I really, really do. So then, what is next for both teams? Well, like I said, Romania can look ahead to the next tournament, which is the World Cup. In terms of major tournaments, you've got the Nations League, obviously, but for me, the World Cup is the next major one. The Romanians can look ahead to that one. They've got some strong players going into that tournament potentially, and I do feel like they have a chance of qualifying if they haven't already. I do feel like there's some strong attacking talent going in, and that's the thing with Romania. It wasn't a 3-0 rollover today at all. Romania had some chances. Romania pushed for an opportunity to get the lead or equalise a few times, but it just didn't come off with them. And if they can improve that final third, they'll have a strong campaign in the World Cup. The Dutch, they can look ahead to Austria or Turkey, which will round up the quarter-final structure and schedule for this year's Euros competition. So it is going to be Germany, Spain, England, Switzerland. It'll be France in there as well, taking on Portugal. And then you've also got the Netherlands taking on either Austria or Turkey. That is a major schedule, absolutely major schedule, and I'm really looking forward to this one. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the final round of 16 review of this year's Euros. Of course, the round of 16 type reviews for that stage of the competition won't be back now until probably the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League. In terms of internationals, we'll try and do the round of 16s for the World Cup, obviously, and we'll go from there. I am the CHALL Terror for now. That's full time. Mean that badge to you. Well done to the Dutch. I love Amsterdam. Love it. Can't wait to visit.